Hello, welcome. We're playing a bit more Kaiserreich today. So, last time, we had a pretty decent encirclement in Russia, and I feel like we're doing actually, like, relatively okay against the Russian front. We're pushing our way up through Finland, mostly just because we can. Should I say like this? Is that where I want my troops to be now? I don't really know. There's some research we can do. 1942, which means we need to get a research upgrade. Because, I mean, Finland is looking alright. I don't know if they uncapitulated themselves quite yet. The answer is technically no. I think we do need to take... Maybe St. Michael. We need to take maybe like one more city. I'm not too sure. We can probably beat their tank division here. It's like, I would like more men. Thing is, right now we're at 23 out of 20. We can't really afford to get more troops on the field. I do think that Germany is starting to push back the French and the Internationale out of their territory, which is nice. The Entente's doing okay in Iberia. Austria's not joining the war, and I feel like at this point we might not see Austria join the war at all. Which I think would be a little bit disappointing, but it's not entirely unexpected. I think, like, where can we maybe see some good progress being done? We do see the AIs trying to do a general offensive on the Eastern Front against Russia. I mean, they're relatively close to Moscow. But relatively close to Moscow doesn't really mean too much. Because, well, actually, like, the agency is doing quite okay against the Japanese over here. I mean, we got a lot of red. Right now, Russia has 3 million manpower. They have, I remember, yeah, like a lot of rifles. Like, Russia's really well prepared for war. Which is a major concern of ours. It's like, I don't want to necessarily just pull out of Finland right away again. But I kind of feel like we need to pull out of Finland again. Maybe get, like, another encirclement. It's like, some of you guys here. And then half of you guys here. And we're basically just going to leave. If Russia wants to spend their time recapturing Finnish territory, that's okay. And the AI doesn't even act immediately. And that works out, I think, just fine for us. 13 days for a timeout decision. I'm assuming I was... I actually don't know what that would have been for. We're getting units in position for a relatively basic encirclement. Basically, it's going to be like from here to Bernikov, and then here, and get like a small encirclement. That's kind of my my layout here for the time being. Russia still not moved into Finland, even though they easily could just take the city and have no problems there whatsoever. Our units again are still slowly approaching the front lines. Yes, what I want to do basically is have one line like this. Actually, if we can do something like that. And basically get this little encirclement around here. And also maybe while we're there, take over Moscow. Because the problem with Russia is just that they have a lot of units. But if you can bypass the number of men that Russia has, it becomes way easier to kind of deal with them. Which I feel like kind of goes out saying. Yeah, Poland hasn't done anything. I'm surprised they didn't join up with the Russian faction. I mean, I guess they still theoretically could, but they haven't done it yet, at least. Okay, the Color Infringement Act has passed in South Africa. Venezuela's joined the Adin Pact. Oh, so this actually connects to 3 provinces. We probably actually want something like this. Hold position for a moment. You guys have formed your own faction. It probably won't matter too much. Brazil actually might end up losing to... Did France actually send units down here? I mean, they must have. I mean, the Entente is doing okay in Spain. If they could open up another front line against France, that would be nice. Yeah, we gotta kind of basically always be modifying our lines here. So yeah, you move in like this. All three of you are going to attack from this direction. Do we have air superiority in this area? We do here. Not over central Russia, but it's not that big of a concern of mine. And then you guys are going to keep on marching up north. Again, it'll be a pretty nice encirclement if we can get it to work. The problem is that we are going to be crossing a river here, which is never nice. You know what? Let's actually move this line. Let's go towards Tavir. Because that's not going to be a river crossing penalty. And it still mostly gets us to do what we want to do anyways. Put some pressure on you. Did Russia... They still have actually not moved their units into Lithuania quite yet. We are about to have some paratroopers. We might build a couple of those guys. We have 11 units over here. Time for you to try to push your way into Veer. We got 500 defense, which is pretty good. And, okay, there's actually peace in the American Civil War. I have never actually, I think, seen these borders before, but, okay, the Mississippi ceasefire. We'll see how long that lasts. I don't think it's probably going to last very, very long. Go to Orel. We've got some Russian tanks up here. We're moving our way towards Moscow at a decent rate, I would say. Yeah, like once more Reichspakt troops kind of flow in here, we can kind of shrink our line a little bit. We've got you looking relatively weak. Why don't you use 7.2s? I have no idea what I'm using right now. I am using... what is it, 9? Do we even have any artillery pieces? I do have 2,400. The thing is, like, is 7.2s actually better? I remember reading recently that 7.2s are actually worse. You get better hard attack, but less soft attack, less breakthrough, more supply. They actually are, like, slightly worse, I think. Yeah, I think 9 infantry is now the meta. But I usually don't follow the meta very much because I'm bad at this game. Okay, so it's time for a push towards Moscow. They put a lot of reinforcements up here, but so did the Reichspakt. Again, just a couple of, like, decent encirclements are all that we really need for victory. And we don't want to be down here. It does not actually benefit us. Okay, so I mean we're close to Moscow. Okay, we got some units falling back. We'll have some units arrive here. We're very, very close to where we want to be. Okay, pull you here. I think you guys should, be able to deal with a motorized division. Yeah, motorized divisions are not that good. And actually, where's our Air Force? They're still over here. Fly them over central Russia, please. Finland, again, the Russian AI still actually is not trying to kill them. Also, I did not change the game name, which I'm going to do right now. Heartsfire 4, update that game. Close that up. Okay, so push our way towards Moscow. You push your way like this, send a tank division over here. Keep on shrinking our line as much as we can. Okay, you've now been defeated. Push your way here. Yeah, 283, 81. We got more units coming in here. Moscow will hopefully fall in a moment. Again, we're going to do the same thing on this line where we shrink them down to not be way, way, way too out front. And you know what? +1 attack, +1 planning for every leader, which we only have basically 2 of. Moscow has fallen. Encirclements looking pretty good right now. Okay, actually hold your attacks. We're only a mere handful of provinces away. Apparently this is now going to Ukraine, and I don't know why. But I won't question it. Damage coming in on our tanks. I mean, Moscow, it puts Russia down to, ignore the Iberian Federation for now, puts them down to 74%. The Entente actually is doing rather well. Like, much better than I would have expected. Germany is, it's kind of fluctuating back and forth about their performance here. Okay, so tanks are coming in nice and hot. You should fall relatively soon. Our tanks are looking fine. I mean, there's not that many men in this encirclement. It's not going to be as devastating as I think the one we had before, but it'd definitely still be okay. But what flag is this? Oh, Shaanxi. Okay, Shaanxi, we can be friends. I see no reason at the moment to not be allies. And Finland, you know, they're still holding out. Okay, Sudan's been annexed by the Egyptians. I'm trying to think, like, where would be? I guess probably here. And probably against his infantry. And put a little bit of pressure on you. Because, I mean, the encirclement's almost ready to go. Yeah, 157 to 180. Relatively decent-sized armies. Actually moving troops into the area that's going to be encircled. I feel like that's probably a bad plan. But what do I know? I'm not a Russian general. When are you gone? You're going to be gone in 6 hours. Which then means we put pressure here. Put some pressure on these guys as well. 88, 82. This could actually fall very, very soon. What else do we need to do? Air Force. You know what? Might as well get a Chief of Air Force. Get some air superiority modifiers. And we don't see anybody coming in here to reinforce. We're actually retreating into this province. Okay, but the encirclement is now been completed. We already see that our allies are trying to push their way into the countryside, which is excellent. And I'm hoping we'll delete all of our plans here. Now we should at least be able to maintain this encirclement. Russian forces are going to be having, hopefully, a bad time. It's going to take a while for them to, Okay, now Russia's starting to move their way through Finland, being like, oh wait, this is free real estate. Let's go take that ASAP. Okay, we see a small German line piercing their way, trying to get their way back into the Netherlands. We got some Russian movement around here. They got a 10 victory point city. Again, how are they doing in Finland? I mean, Finland's basically just slowing them down a little bit. I don't know what the hell all these guys are doing. Are you preparing naval invasions? You are. Wait, are you? I don't know what the hell you're doing, actually. It looks like you're mostly just doing some weird shit. We're getting a little bit of damage done on these guys. Keep on pushing our way straight through. And next up, I mean, what other focuses do we really have? I guess we have some here. Air doctrine, research. I mean, it's just air power, really. I'd rather actually get air production, just so we get cheaper aircraft. Okay, we got some decent encirclements. Come up here, help out this guy. Why not 100% roll tension? I'm not too sure, actually. People aren't feeling very tense these days. Okay, again, Finland might fall a second time. But I think I'm mostly okay with that happening. I really don't think it's going to make a major difference one way or the other for us. I mean, I think we're doing okay in Russia. The front over in Germany, it's like, oh, they pushed a little bit into France. They've lost some of the northern territories here. It's a little hard to tell who's exactly on top. I would probably lead a little bit more international. But I mean, the Entente has almost killed Iberia, giving France another front line. We actually also see the French state has landed in Marseille. And hopefully that'll delay them at least a little bit. Fingers crossed. Yeah. Some more damage dealers in here. Wipe them out to the best of your ability. We do have a 13 stack of Russian troops here for some reason. You know what? Let's, yeah, bring you guys back. I mean, if we can encircle this 13 stack, that'd be pretty good. See, maybe we can get some smaller encirclements in here as well. It's kind of really hard to tell who actually owns what right now. Then we can push in like this, then you push against this tank. You actually hold position. Yeah, let's get an encirclement on these 13s, this 13 stack. I'm really not too sure what their plan actually is. We should get these guys, yeah, basically encircled in a moment. Put some pressure here. Then we got two smaller encirclements now. Yeah, I don't know why there's this 13 infantry here, though. Find that to be a little strange. So I do want to get the encirclement. If we can wipe out a 13 stack, that would be very, very nice for us. Because Russia, I mean, they still have a lot of potential men. 180 to 221. Like, it's not nothing. Okay, you guys just do whatever it feels like you need to do. Put pressure here. And we want that encirclement, if we can get it. And we now got that. Why is there now 26 units in this province? Are these event spawn troops? They might be event spawn troops. I don't know, but we're gonna go kill 26 stack of Russian troops. Alright, you all stay around here. They must be event spawned. They have to be. Otherwise, why would there be 26 units that have just appeared here for no real reason? In this one victory point city. I mean, Georgia is still holding on. Ukraine, I thought they were going to die away earlier, but they've actually managed to hold on relatively well, I would say. And if the Entente... Actually, this is South Africa. If just somebody can take Barcelona, that should be the end of that Iberian Union. Allowing some pressure to be put on France. Which is what we like to see. Yeah, we're now starting to get the attrition penalties there for the Russians. This whole area should end up collapsing soon. And they're trying to push out, but I mean, they shouldn't be able to get that done. I would be surprised if they could. I see some units going back to their home territories. Like, why would you do that? I need you to help win the war against Russia. By the way, is there any chances that you guys will go to war with each other? Would actually be the best case scenario is that the Pacific states join the Entente and the American Union state joins the Reichspakt. That, I think, would be the best case scenario. Fortunately, I don't think it's going to happen. Because that's where we can kill you. Is there anywhere else that's got, like, a decent... I mean, I guess maybe Crimea, but I mean, Crimea is not really going to work out so well. Okay. Okay, apparently Polish troops are ready to go to war. Okay, Poland wants to go to war. I'll go to war, Poland. You think I won't go to war against Poland? You'd be a fool to think otherwise. Is Germany going to be prepared for that, though? I don't know. Thing is, like, they're... I mean, they're taking a massive penalty. They shouldn't be that strong. By the way, can I get any new aircraft? Yeah, let's go for the 1940 aircraft. And some close air support. Follow that up with... any land options we got? Yes, we do. Land night attack. Usually is pretty good. And everybody's ready to go to war with Poland. I hope they don't bring all their troops off the front line with Russia to go fight Poland. I have a feeling that's something that the AI might try to do. Also, France is doing very, very well. The Entente is actually having a great game. Maybe actually one of the best games I've ever seen the AI Entente have in recent memory. Okay, so Poland's declared war on Germany. Our units are at least in position. Put some pressure on this giant 28 stack of Russian troops. They've lost about 3 million men, mostly against Germany and myself. I will join your war against Poland. Okay, they need to actually call me in first. I'm just hoping that this doesn't lead to a scenario where I mean, we'll keep attacking because it's going to get your organization down, which I don't believe can really recover when you're encircled. So hi, Poland. You tried to attack in our positions and it failed. We now have some information about what you guys are actually up to. Put some pressure here. Poland, Poland, Poland. Why would you think attacking me would be the smartest move? I'm Lithuania, for God's sake. You can't beat a Lithuanian, it's impossible. You can march away towards Moscow. They broke the encirclement! Okay, thank you for the army experience. It doesn't really mean too much to me, but I'll take it. Hello, Yippee. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for watching. Okay, yeah, now this Russian stack is beginning to falter. Let me just put it that way. I really don't want any of these troops on the Polish border. I'm really hoping it doesn't screw us over late game. Barcelona still needs to fall for Iberia to be dead. France, I mean, the fact that the French state's actually accomplishing anything is actually incredible news. Because usually, France in exile doesn't get too much done. Maybe because like the entire French army is on the German border would be maybe my guess, but don't really know. Yeah, 13, 57. We're approaching Warsaw now. Why are you at war with Poland? Because Poland declared war on Germany. That's why we're at war with Poland. They for some reason thought that was a good idea. They didn't realize they had Lithuania on their side. I haven't played Total War 3 Kingdoms. We did recently. We did play some Total War Shogun 2. I've been kind of wanting to get into some more Total War. Okay, ultimates in Lithuania. Thank you for 10 command power. Also give me more playing speed, more research speed. You know, all things I'll definitely take. I mean, the thing is, like, there's so many games that I want to... No, Poland just declared war just for the hell of it. They just thought it was a good idea at the time. Yeah, but the Russian front here is going okay. The League of Southeast Provinces capitulated. I'm assuming that's a good thing, or maybe bad thing. I don't really know. I mean, the French line here actually is looking relatively weak. Maybe once we're done with Poland... You know what? Maybe it's time for us to switch gears a little bit. Why? Oh yeah, I delete all my plans. Right, that's my fault.